Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Alpha X Apprentice Code A Grand Finals. In the bottom left, as the pink Zerg, it's Damrod. And in the top right, as the blue Terran, it's June. For those of you who are unfamiliar with how this tournament has been going down over the past few months, these guys have been going head-to-head with the best Alpha Dragons that the team has to offer. They went through an entire group stage where nobody was eliminated. However, if you finished in the bottom two, you were Code A. If you finished in the top half, you got to place in Code S. So these two fighting through that group stage, placing into Code A, and then fighting all the way through the bracket to these grand finals. Code S has already finished up, and it's really an honor to be here today. Thank you to Sushi for having me. Thank you to Donatory for putting this on. Thank you to Cynical Death for all his support on the Liquipedia, helping us promote the event, etc., etc. I have to say etc. because those guys just do so much. And thank you for all their hard work in the administrative realm. Also, a shout out to my contemporary Apprentice for putting in the hours casting the rest of these games. Damrod, going for our standard Reaper expand into factory. Very likely going to get some Hellion harass off. The dance of the Lings and Reaper has begun. It looks like this Reaper is going to get at least one Ling kill, maybe two. It will get two. Can it get three? Can I get a three? Can I get a three on the board? Three going once, three going twice, three! Can we get a four? This isn't gonna matter, you know, the Lings did their job. However, June doesn't want to be losing those Lings that early on. He did sneak out his third already, so it's not going to be too impactful. But those are four Lings that are not going to be able to help against the coming Hellion aggression out of June. Damrod got the creep tumor down. I think I just called Damrod June. Caster fail of the day, number one. I really like this. Some pro players don't even do this. Dropping a creep tumor in your main so you have vision over all this area. It's a little bit off center. So, I mean, a lot of this vision is covered by the spawning pool in this gas chamber. This little corner is a little bit dark, but it lets you deal with drops that are incoming. Maybe see a Liberator if it moves wrong, things like that. It just takes a little bit of extra APM, and of course, you know, you're counting on that Queen energy being enough to push out your creep spread here, etc. Here comes the Hellion aggression out of June. Damrod deflecting it quite nicely. It's going to be a bio follow-up from June. Stem about halfway finished. Oof. That was a very nice Hellion shot on these Lings. Damrod doing the best he can with the limited resources after that he has left after that first Hellion shot. These Lings totally cool with being sacrificial. Had that not first Hellion volley not hit the Lings in a straight line, all these Hellions probably would have died, but Damrod did the job he needed to do despite taking that initial damage. June still coming in here. He's gonna lose a Hellion right off the bat. This is finally cleaned up. It looks like Damrod wants to poke in at this wall, maybe get a wraparound on the CC. Yeah, he's not going to be able to pick the SCV, but CC finishes. June's going to hold the wall. Damrod just sitting outside. Put a little bit of pressure on June. Damrod going for a pretty normally timed Zerg fourth as he goes into lair. 1-1 on the way for the Zerg. Looks like June wants to go for a double medevac drop. Half-dozen drones being picked off so far. Damrod fighting in the choke point means his Lings are not doing damage to as many Marines as they could. Of course, medevacs can only heal 2 Marines at a time, so this is pretty big. One of the medevacs does get picked off as well. A little bit of mistakes on both sides, but I think June had the best of those trades. The Zerg only up 4 workers, which of course means that the Terran has the economic advantage thanks to the power of mules. Damrod should be okay though. Now this 4th location is a little bit interesting. So they did remove the high yield gas from this 4th location. A lot of Zergs like to take their 4th around here because when you're moving into hive tech, you really need that gas. And it looks like Damrod isn't going to be pumping up toward that hive tech just yet. He's remaining on Ling, Bane, Hydra. So this gas could be enough for him. But it is a very slight disadvantage taking this 4th. So June is pushing in here. This looks scary, but there's a lot of creep that needs cleaned up. You know, June does not want to overextend down here. He does not want to be caught with a Ling Bane surround, especially this far out from the initial tank. Yeah, he's gonna run back to the tank, but creep is going to allow these Banelings to catch up quite quickly, but they're now off creep. June picks up into the medevac. He's going to lose a tank for his efforts, and he lost a little bit of bio, but will get out of there with most of his forces. A lot of upgrades hitting the field for the Terran. We have drilling claws, we have armor plating, we have bio upgrades. He's moving out of 4th base. Damrod needs to either all in off of 4 base or go very quickly up to 5th, 6th, because the Terran economy is going to begin getting out of control. There's still plenty of time for Damrod to achieve max out, to move in, or to make that macro play. Damrod has the concave here with the Hydra. I don't know about bringing the Banelings into the tank fire. He's going to control that damn near perfectly. June backs out, heals up, gets ready for another harass. In the meantime, he's just sitting back, pumping up his macro. The Terran up 84 workers to 76. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Denatary. June poking out to clear some creep. This does look like a little bit more sustained aggression, but I don't know that he can engage this. The creep's still not cleared. It's going to allow the Zerg to get into position pretty quickly. This is a mine series of anchors for the Terran, but they're quickly being overrun. There's still a mine on cooldown back here, but the Hydra's dealing damage from range, not going to walk into that Widow Mine, and that means the bio is going to be cleaned up right quick. These guys are permacloaked thanks to the Drilling Claws upgrade. Bling attack speed, +3 Carapace, +3 melee on the way for the Zerg. June lost a lot here, but he's still up about 50% army supply compared to the Zerg. I remember these guys should, in theory, be trading better against the Zerg. It looks like Damrod wants to go into Ultra Tech, which can deal well with these mines, can deal well with the bio. However, June already has libs on the field. And of course, Liberators absolutely decimate these Ultralisks. So it's going to be a war of positioning and a war of, you know, decision-making on where and how Damrod engages against the Terran. June trying to force the issue, but Damrod able to achieve the concave. June is fighting on creep. Still a Widow Mine on cooldown. The back here could get a huge shot off. Well, okay, so we got like a mediocre at best shot off on the Hydras. Damrod does not have an Overseer with this army, so these guys are going to cool down. Hopefully the Zerg does not forget about those mine placements as this next engagement shapes up. Oh, these Banelings in a little bit of a vulnerable position. It looks like only one of them will go down, and there are those mine shots I was talking about earlier. The Terran will defeat this round of Zerg. 30 more Lings on the way, but it's going to take time for them to pop, and Ultra is going to get shredded right off the bat. These Hydras not enough to deal DPS behind it. Okay, 2 Ultras might be a bit of a different story, but one of them so low on health already. This hatch is forfeit, I think. June shredding all these light units. The Lings coming in a column, a couple at a time. More mine shots go off, and this Ultra is going to find himself alone very quick. Well, maybe he isn't. Okay, Ultra goes down first, then the Lings. Nice focus fire there from June. But this is now a 5-base Terran against a 5-base Zerg without full saturation. June firing from the high ground as he baits the Zerg army into the low health Marine Marauder. Damrod doing everything he can to hold on to this hatchery, but GG is called, and June takes game number 1 in the best of 7. Look at that. Look at webcam Gade. Okay, StarCraft will let me Alt-Tab here. There we go. Probably wait for the next game invite. Shout out to 24-Hour Fitness, as well as GameStop for bringing power to these players. Okay, do that. Do this. a little bit on the loud side. That's still a little bit on the loud side. So, Damrod in the playoffs, rolling 3-1 over Matoshi, which we covered about like 2-3 weeks ago, as well as Sippy Cup to move on to these grand finals. Sippy Cup taking down Cuckoo 3-0. June taking down Last Surprise, who is a very tough opponent. Eliminating, between Sippy Cup and Last Surprise falling, eliminating the United States from this tournament. But June getting a technical win over Ling Boy, and then moving on to these finals to face Damrod. How's your morning going? Or evening if you're EU. In the top left, once again, it's the pink Zerg, Damrod. And in the bottom right, as the blue Terran, it's June. June seeming really solid in game number 1. However, Damrod seemed to be under a little bit of stress there, a little bit of tilt. You know, it was... These guys are both very high-level players, very skilled in the game of StarCraft. And Damrod was making tiny mistakes, like simply not making an Overseer to kill the Widow Mines with his Hydras, you know? Not taking engagements on creep, chasing the Marines a little bit too far with the Banelings under tank fire. And in a grand finals like this, that stress can definitely be a factor, but when you're dealing with players at this high level, Damrod should be able to shake that off, and we should see him hitting his stride here in game number 2 or game number 3. Best of 7 also allows for a variety of builds, so we might see some cheese this series even. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Damrod doesn't want to play games with the Reaper. He's going to take this forward third location. Now, okay, June forcing an extractor right off the bat. Forcing a spore. Oh my god. Forcing a second extractor. This is pretty huge damage. This is pretty massive damage from the Reaper. One could say Big Gabe levels of damage before he hops on out of there. But the third did go down. Oh my god. Reaper's going back in. Behind this, June going into Starport and going into Hellion Aggression. Now, the reason you don't want to take this third as a Zerg is if your opponent's going bio, he can drop on the high ground. He can drop on the low ground. He can drop on the high ground. So you either have to run, right? Or split your forces and fight ineffectively. If the Marines are dropped down here, and they shred the attack force you send to close them down here, well, you're dealing with melee units except for your queens, so they still have high ground vision from the medevacs and they can shoot up here. And of course, if you respawn down here and you force them up here, they can gun down your lings, gun down your drone line from up here with pretty much impunity. Get another Spore Crawler forced. About 8 pairs of lings coming out for Damrod. Let's try and zone out these Hellions. He should be able to shut down this aggression. He's gonna try for a wraparound, most likely. Liberator harass coming in from June. It doesn't look like okay. He's still gonna respond in time, only losing 1 drone. There's the reposition on the Spore. Some delayed mining time as well. It's gonna shift into the main, but Damrod already on top of this. In the meantime, the Terran has Stim, about ready to finish. Double engineering bay on the way as well. Third, morphing into an orbital. +1 started on one of the engineering bays. And we might see another double medevac drop, something like that. There's 2 medevacs in production, the Marine count rising, so we will keep tabs on that. Lair almost finished for Damrod. He's going for a Baneling nest. 4th going down at about the 613 mark. Here comes the drop from June. One of these queens will get picked off. Oh, look out! Yeah, it will. Lings need to respond to this, and they need to respond fast, but Hellions entering the natural. Only 6 Lings coming out to defend. Not like this. One of the queens heavily under fire goes down. A very nice hold position micro here for Damrod so that the Hellion AI couldn't deal. And here's what we're talking about with that drop on the high ground. Damrod going to have to run all the way back up, and when he gets here, well, June's just going to pick up and drop to the low ground. Fourth base under fire. He shouldn't be able to kill it by the time the Lingus respawn, but this, again, is just to pull the Lings out of position as he heads back up to the high ground. 2-2 on the way for the Terran. Damrod producing another 20 Lings, getting Baneling speed, getting melee. June actually choosing to back out of there. It's only 3 Marines, you know, you can't harass too much. As he moves out his third CC, gonna fully saturate that, mealing the absolute heck out of it. Should see June moving into a 4th CC very soon here. But Damrod seems to be hitting his stride. There's the Infestation Pit. We're going to have much earlier Hive Tech this game. And we should see a 5th base, things like that. The lane count is much higher. June doesn't have Mass Widowmine on the field. Here comes the push, though, and there aren't Banelings to support these Lings. So Damrod gonna back up, morph some Banelings, wait for the Terran to clean this creep, uses that as a shield, let this hatch tank some damage. As the siege tanks pop up, he can even come in from multiple angles at this side, but we'll have to see how he judges to take this engagement. He's going to roll right into the bio. He does have reinforcements coming down from the natural, coming down from the main, but the tank fire too much. He can't quite connect with the bio. 32 more Lings on the way, but GG is called. And June goes up 2-0 in the best of 7. Drop a follow if you're enjoying the cast. June finished 3rd in his initial group stage, where he had to face down Matoshi, Justice, Simon, and Mage. Justice, Simon, and Mage, really great players. Also, Justice Simon, as a side note, what a handsome guy, man. Oh my god, if you haven't seen Justice Simon's Wikipedia page, I encourage you to look that up. It's incredible, actually. In the top left, he's down but not out. It's the pink Zerg, Damrod. And in the bottom right, as the blue Terran, it's June. Standard Reaper expand from June. Damrod going hatch gas pool. 16 hatch. 18 gas, 17 pull. It's a classic Zerg opener. Momentum heavily in favor of June. I can always, you know, tilt is a wonderful thing. It's called tilt for a reason. So a lot of the time when we're talking about tilt, we're talking about negative tilt, right? What's happening if you're losing? Well, if you think about things like the Art of War, if you think about like how strategy actually works, if you win too much, you can get overconfident. You need to keep that check on yourself as well, because you can put the seesaw in the other position. If June gets too overconfident and he backs Damrod into a corner, you know, Damrod can get a fire lit in him and start playing better than his average play. And when you face that kind of check where you're like, I deserve to win this, right? You kind of delude yourself. You're like, my opponent can't stand up to me. And then you have to face that incongruency where you're like, oh, but I lost. If you don't have a check on yourself, you can give your opponent a reverse sweep. June with some pretty effective Reaper micro. 3 kills on this Reaper already, plus the Force Spore. June going for the exact same build. Gonna go into Hellion Pressure, clean up some of this creep, eventually try and go and dive in on the third and engage with the Zerglings that are going to try to zone out for Damrod. Hey, you know what? It's worked twice already for June, so why change it? Spore is forced. It might get picked up. No, too much health on it now, but Queen's shooting the Reaper, so of course that damage will heal given time. An entire Queen gets picked off. Another one popping to reinforce. Intense micro on both sides. June trading just a little bit better. Here come the Lings, but they're not going to be able to get a wraparound at this point. June doing such a good job of making sure, you know, that the damage is split evenly between the Hellions so he doesn't lose any. One Hellion finally falls. And, oh, the rings overshoot. I don't know if this was intentional. They had the wraparound, but they gave it up, and now June going to be able to back into a corner and fry the Zerg forces. Damrod getting double Evo Chamber. It looks like there was a little bit of a Liberator harass in the natural. Damrod did not take any losses from that. Able to zone it out with the Queen effectively. Just some lost mining time there. 10 more Lings coming out for Damrod. But 4 drones picked off by this Hellion Reaper duo. Behind this, June getting that third CC, morphing in orbital. Additional production hitting the field. The last Hellion finally falls, and Damrod should be going for a 4th here quite soon. 1-1 on the way for the Zerg. 1-1 on the way for the Terran. Combat shields about to hit the field as June moves out his third base. I don't think Damrod can put in any kind of aggression here. Well, any kind of effective aggression. These Marines can kind of nestle back here, deflect blings for days. The wall going up. Oh, it looks like the Liberator survives. 2 kills in total on that bad boy. June going for a push. 2-2, as well as Baneling speed started for Damrod. He's pumping out Lings. He's gonna need to morph Banes. He is, but again, they're really far forward. One Baneling will get picked off. Okay, here they come. The Baneling splash into the tank. It will get picked off, but this is not a good position here for the Zerg. 18 more Lings on the way. Damrod doing everything he can to try and clean this up, but the Lings just streaming in a couple at a time. Still transfuse left on these Queens. Only one of them goes off. And Damrod is kind of tunnel visioned into shutting this down. He's going to call GG as June goes up 3-0 in the best of 7. Damrod also finishing third in his initial group. He faced down Exo Striker, Thyasu, and last surprise. Brood War Terran theme is such a classic. Looks like map number 4 will be Nightshade. What do you guys think? Do you think that Damrod can turn this around? I feel like Damrod definitely has the potential to pull this back. He definitely... He's a lot more solid than what we're watching on screen right now. I think if he can get past the fact that he's down 3-0, we can see him take this game. I think if he, you know, internalizes it, just gets focus and takes care of those really tiny mistakes that he's making, that allow June to kind of get the advantage, can pull off the W. Yeah. Drop a follow if you're enjoying the cast. I work really hard to improve my skills on a daily basis, as well as putting work into these productions, so dropping a follow lets me know when I can continue to see content like this. In the top left of Nightshade, as the pink Zerg, it's Damrod. And in the bottom right, as the blue Terran, a single game away from claiming victory in the Alpha X Apprentice Code A, it's June. Damrod staying honorable. Going for at least a 2 base play as he goes hatch gas pool. June, I would not be surprised at all. He does have, you know, 3 games to play around with if he wants, but you know, what I'm expecting out of June here is just a continuation of what we've seen in the previous 3 games. He's going to go for the Reaper Expand. Into that Hellion Aggression. And then into Bio. Damrod again taking this more forward third base. He will sneak it out, but June once again trying to get those Ling kills, but Damrod saves all 4 Lings this time. He's gonna go for the Creep Tumor. He's gonna push this out. Yeah, there's the damage on the Reaper, so it can't snipe the Creep Tumor. And this is the most solid opening we've seen from Damrod thus far. Could this be it? Could he swing momentum in his favor and pull it back against June? The Hellion Reaper aggression gonna be less effective this time. Damrod has 2 queens. He has Lings that survived the initial Reaper attack. He's going to be able to zone this out. He's gonna be able to pull the drone back, so no Force Spore. Morphing the larva into a drone so it doesn't get fried by the Hellions. Cocoon's much stronger than Lone Larva. He does have a transfuse here. It will not be dropped. +1 melee on the way as the first upgrade for the Zerg. In the meantime, June sticking to the build we've seen before. Stim about halfway finished. The third started in the wall. There we have it. Yeah, June cannot engage this amount of Lings. The creep spread looking pretty healthy. I don't think June's gonna drop a scan to clean this up. There's the Liberator harass into the natural. 1 queen does fall, but this time the Liberator dies. Lings will get cleaned up, but several Hellions lost as June was paying attention to trying to save this Liberator. And Damrod is hitting his stride. 16 more Lings heading out onto the map. These Hellions need to be very careful. They cannot engage this. It doesn't matter if they fire in a line. There's the wraparound. 3 Hellions destroyed. June going to hold the wall with these Marines. Damrod should not be able to get in here. The supply depot is lowered, but yeah, he's gonna have plenty of time to raise that. He knows what's coming. June can't poke in here, but there could possibly be a delay as this third CC moves out. 2 medevacs ready, and I would expect to see the double medevac Marine drop as the numbers increase, but Damrod closing in on 70 workers. 1-1 about to finish. Where on the way. Baneling Nest about to finish as well. We should see Baneling speed as soon as that pops. Healthy creep spread. 6 minute, 10-second 4th base. Combat shields on the way for the Terran as well as 1-1. Carapace will be finished for the Zerg this time. Does look like June might be positioning for a drop. He's very careful because Damrod has a lot more lings this time, so he's staying positioned to defend this third base as it moves out. Drops an armory in the wall. There he goes to clean up some of this creep, but Banelings already morphed this time. He's not going to catch the Banelings morphing at the front. Damrod already has them. He's getting ready to engage. Bio moves to the edge of creep. June does a great job of sniping down a lot of those Banelings, but still two on the field. He's going to drop to this high ground and try to snipe down more of the units, but Damrod holds. Not a single creep tumor was dropped. Or, not dropped, cut down might be a better way to phrase that. June going for more aggression. Damrod continuing to drone up, continuing to get upgrades. Baneling speed will finish by the time these medevacs arrive. It looks like June wants to come in from multiple angles. These guys going to shark around here. While this medevac does its drop, finally picks off a creep tumor. These medevacs moving into the natural. They are spotted by an overlord. Damrod already responding. Now his units were off creep, so they're going to take a little bit longer to get there. But Hydra's already firing on the ground. Pick off 3 of the Marines. These Banelings a little bit far forward, but Fog of War is going to keep them safe. June going to push in again from this angle. Try to keep that creep back. As Damrod tries to pick off these medevacs. A lot of Hydra's not firing, but he will get one of the medevacs. June focused on pushing in toward this third. He is going to get snipes on about a dozen drones. However, that's the first real damage that Damrod's taken this game, and the Zerg economy is going to spiral out of control. 8.5 minute hive. This is exactly where the Zerg wants to be in this matchup. Damrod getting connections with the Marines, picking off a medevac. June going for the 4th CC. He does have plenty of Marine tank here. Damrod cannot push in. But we should see more drones. We should see a push toward max out from the Zerg. And June, likewise, cannot push into creep against this type of composition unless Damrod makes some major mistakes. Damrod coming in from 3 different angles, collapsing on the Terran. He has a massive concave setup. All the tanks are falling. The Marines are going to run for their lives, maybe pick up in the medevacs, but I don't think that's a wise idea as they are all very low health. They can't fight. They can't stutter step. The Banelings closing in. Reinforcements coming to try and save the day. 3 tanks on the high ground will save this. They will zone out Damrod, but Damrod rolling the Banelings in toward this vulnerable SCV line as the Hydras keep the Marines occupied. 12 drones go, or 12 SCVs go down. Hydra's picking off the tanks now. Not enough bio to shield. Damrod is going to be conservative and save his forces. 14 SCVs in total get picked off, as well as a large chunk of the army of June. He is down in workers. He is down in army supply. He is moving out of fort, or turning a 4th into a planetary. That position should be secure. And we should see a move into the late game for both players. Ultra Tech coming out for Damrod as well as Aspire. Hive Tech already on the field for the Zerg. In the meantime, the Terran going for +3 bio armor. Lings hitting this SCV line. Going to get a wraparound on the planetary. That means that the SCVs can't get a full repair as the Hydras move in to deal the real damage. A lot of the Hydras aren't firing though. There we go. There's the right click, but will it be enough to break this? The bio not coming in fast enough, and I think Damrod will snipe the planetary. He gets the snipe. It's going to cost him a lot of units, though. The question is, was that worth it for Damrod? He is up in workers, and he is now officially up 2 bases. He's mining on both those bases. However, he's going to be weak to June here for a little while. You can see that he sacrificed his army supply advantage in order to snipe that. He didn't take out a lot of military units. Tanks are going to siege up here. This hatch is pretty much forfeit. Is it though? Yeah, no. The Zerg cannot engage into that tank fire. June pushing forward. The hatch will fall. The drones are stuck. They cannot... will they evacuate though? Okay, it looks like about a third of the drones will escape. Damrod's still okay. He's still a 4-base Zerg against a 3-base Terran. June is going to get this base up. He shouldn't be able to push too far into creep. As long as Damrod keeps spending his larva, keeps getting reinforced. Damrod has a concave setup, but that doesn't matter when you're going up against 7 tanks. Reinforcements coming across the map for June. Can Damrod pull off a hold, or is this going to be the end of the series? It looks like it is. June is your Alpha X Apprentice Code A Grand Champion. Thank you guys so much for watching throughout this event. There is going to be a Season 3, but that's going to be it for Season 2 of the Alpha X Apprentice. I've been your caster today, Renegade. Drop a follow if you enjoyed. I'm going to cut to the pre-roll, let the music play for a couple minutes. If you want to chat, find someone to raid, and I'll be back later this afternoon with some Osu practice. We'll be reclaiming my ladder points at some point today from the absolute disaster that was yesterday evening, and we will have an RNG Pro match for you. Other than that, I've been Renegade. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.